And let's also take a live look over the downtown Detroit skyline, thanks to our friends over in Windsor. And the city is getting a nearly $20 million boost to the city's arts, tech, and public spaces, all thanks to a nonprofit organization aimed at funding free expression, arts, and culture in community. Funding is going toward Black Tech Saturdays, the Joe Louis Greenway, MOCAD, the Greenway Project, among so many others. And joining us this morning to talk about these investments is Latrice McClendon, the Detroit Program Director for the Knight Foundation. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. How are you?
We are well. I think you guys are doing better. This is a lot of money.
Yes, we are excited to just have new investments in Detroit to build on momentum of what's happening in our neighborhoods as well as in our downtown.
So what is your vision for how this money can be spent to do just that, what you're talking about?
Well, we were focused in investing in Detroit-led projects. You mentioned Black Tech Saturday to help boost the tech economy, ensure that there are folks who are able to grow their skills by using the resource of Black Tech Saturday. We've also invested in several other organizations like Vanguard CDC's North End Community, which will lay the groundwork for future affordable housing for creatives and also a community center. And so my vision is to ensure that Detroiters have opportunities to move this local economy forward and have strong neighborhoods where residents actually have opportunities to enjoy their community.
And, you know, strong neighborhoods are such a core part of building a local economy. What do you want Detroiters to know when when you hear about investments, sometimes they can seem like it's happening over there, or it's hard to see how it's going to affect you directly. What would you like Detroiters to know about how they'll be directly impacted?
Yeah, so we have investments like the Joe Louis Greenway, where we are connecting a trail throughout the neighborhoods. I think I would want Detroiters to know that we're not just thinking about downtown, but we're actually thinking about how we can make neighborhoods inclusive and accessible for all people. When I think about the work that we've done with the Detroit People's Food Co-op in the North End and our investment there, we helped to put a grocery store that into a neighborhood that had not had a grocery store for 39 years.
Wow.
And so I want the community to know that we are here to help build upon the success of Detroit.
Now, you have funded hundreds of different programs, and there's been grants that have been awarded to Detroit since the 90s. I'm looking at some of the notes here. What is different about the energy right now and kind of where this money is going? There's just so many exciting new ventures that are happening.
Yeah, Detroit is at a turning point, and we have so many great opportunities to invest in bold ideas that are led by Detroiters. Our population is growing, businesses are coming back, our neighborhoods are actually shaping their own renewal. And there's been years of advocacy and organizing by Detroiters have made the progress possible. Obviously, it didn't happen by accident. And here at the Knight Foundation, we feel we should invest in Detroiters who are doing the work.
And how does it make you feel to see these investments? I mean, just if you look at Detroit over the last decade, what a story to tell when it comes to investing in the people who live here and supporting them, creating those networks so that they can thrive. What's that like for you?
Yeah, no, it feels amazing. I think I am privileged to sit in this role and to help boost the economy here in Detroit, to boost our community-led efforts that are rooted in local voices. It's an amazing feeling. I think that, the opportunity to expand and strengthen our community identity and create thriving spaces. I mean, I live in Detroit, I play in Detroit, I work in Detroit, and I just feel really good about continuing to support our local economy.
I live, work, and play in Detroit as well, and it is incredible to see all of the growth. And one thing that really stood out that you said, that this money is not just focused on the downtown area, because I think that's something that I hear a lot of residents say. I mean, the borders of Detroit are just so large, and there's so many neighborhoods that could use the attention. How do you pick which places, which programs will be able to get some of this funding?
Yeah, well, two things. We've been around for a long time. I mean, we've invested over the last 25 years, $215 million in Detroit. We tend to prioritize community-led efforts, again, rooted in local voice. We look for projects that help solve pressing problems like affordable housing, food access, equitable access to capital. When you look at our investment to Black Leaders Detroit, support a no interest loan fund to help local entrepreneurs expand their businesses. So we tend to focus on projects that are community-led and rooted in local voice, and we try to listen to what the community wants.
And that is so important because I think that sometimes folks feel like their concerns are not being heard. So it's important to take in that feedback. You know, finally, when you look at all of these projects, whether we're talking art museums or horse barns, what do you think this says about where Detroit is at now and where we're headed in the future?
Yeah, I think that these projects speak to the neighborhoods, right? That neighborhoods are as important as our downtown, and that Knight is invested to support both, and that we want inclusive and accessible opportunities for residents in the city of Detroit.
Well, we are so glad that you're in a place where you can kind of spot some of these projects and then divert some of those funds. Really exciting work. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.